cities, especially like on the West Coast, have been gentrifying like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you shaking your head, Gracie? Why are you shaking your head at that?
Because she doesn't like listening to human shit. She just wants to like eat and shit in a box and go to sleep.
And
That's what I want to do too.
That right. So, Regina, did you have anything to weigh in on this Kong argument? Because I'm pissed off.
I have not seen the movie, so I have no opinion. I'm sorry.
I haven't seen it either.
Oh, man.
Wait.
So this is just between me and Gregor then?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm right.
No, what do you mean you're all right?
No, I am right.
Oh, no, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
I'll watch it again.
You should watch it again.
You know what? I'm going to see if it's on YouTube as its own thing, and then we will watch it together, and I will point some shit out to you.
You're going to just fail. Anybody with any sense would be like, don't go near the giant ape in your helicopter.
They're soldiers, though.
What?
That doesn't equate. That doesn't compute.
But you can shoot a gun from the side of these helicopters.
It didn't work, though.
You don't have to get within. They could have been a little bit smarter about it.
Dude, they had a mission. Okay?
They had bombs they could have dropped on its head.
I don't think they did.
Yes, they did.
Wait a minute. Did that figure into the plot later in the movie? Because then they needed it for the plot later in the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, then they needed it for later on.
No, Jeremy, it's not the biggest deal in the world. They had, King Kong had to smash up a bunch of helicopters because it looks cool, but it was dumb.
And here's the thing. If you're right, and I'm not saying you are, they could have never taken care to patch every plot hole to satisfy you nerds. Us nerds.
No, you're right. You're right, but,
I know I'm right.
No, you're not right about,
anything.
Wait a minute.
Most things, yeah.
First, we're going to watch this from your perspective.
So look, they're pretty far away. They could have got out of the, why are they going near the giant ape?
It starts off with the Arthur meme. This is.
I mean, why are they so close to the ape?
Well, I can't remember.
There's no reason to be that close to the ape.
I can't remember what the helicopter dialogue is, so that I'm gonna have to watch that again. Look, she even looked shocked that he was able to knock that helicopter down. They weren't anticipating this.
Then they are stupid. It's a giant ape.
Okay. Did they anticipate the giant ape going in? I can't remember. Or were they anticipating the suspicion?
I mean, if you go to the very first part of the scene, right? They're far away from the giant ape, right?
Wait a minute. There's a whole movie to consider now. Was there an anticipation of a giant ape in the beginning of the movie, or was it anticipation?
One person anticipated there'd be giant monsters,
and he didn't tell him, did he?
No. However, that's immaterial, right? Like, within this context of what we just saw, those helicopters were very far away from the giant ape. They saw a giant ape. They had no reason to get that close to the giant ape. I mean, it's very simple. It's very simple.
Was that an exhale of exhaustion?
Yeah, so that generally was. She's not going to blame that on any other kind of problem.
No, actually, it was just still asthma, but it was also just exertion from laying down beside the cat.
Okay. Sorry, I got to get used to that. Okay.
But there's no, what do you think there, Ben?
I don't know.
No, he can decide with Gregor. I know it.
I'm Switzerland here.
I don't think Ben and I have been paying any fucking attention.
Yeah. I'm Switzerland here, and by that I mean like I'm gonna take a Swiss Army knife and.
Why not? This added 45 minutes to this show. We didn't know what we were going to even talk about going into the show. now we've added 45 minutes. Come on. I mean,
Yeah.
I will tell you what, Jeremy, though, the fact that you can hear my breathing and are so bothered by it is really exciting to me because I am currently I'm taking a new medication for my thyroid, actually. And it's actually what it turns out when you have a lot of thyroid hormone in your bloodstream, it can cause your brain. It can impair your brain's ability to send signals to your respiratory muscles. So basically, despite having, fine blood flow, my respiratory muscles have thought I was dead for the past 10 years. And as I'm taking this medication by the day, I feel more and more muscles moving that I forgot were supposed to move. And it's great. But I think the fact that you can hear my breathing is evident that my breathing is better. It's very nice. So
I'm not
sorry
bothered.
it's bothering you. But
No, I didn't say I was bothered. I said you was not bothering me. It was more that I was concerned I was bothering you.
Okay, well, I could don't worry about it. It's just my breathing. Just assume that it's I'll let you know because my sigh will then be followed with an exasperated Jeremy. So
Yes.
that's how you'll know that I'm pissed.
Okay. Now look, Samuel L. Jackson's not going to back down from a giant ape, man. Come on.
No, he doesn't. He tries to kill it near the end, even though he's got no. I mean, he's not getting logical reason to try to kill it at the end.
Revenge. That's very logical.
Yeah, but it's been explained. It's been explained and proven to him that this ape is protecting all the indigenous people from the other giant monsters on the
He
island.
doesn't care about that.
But I'm just saying, there's no logical reason for it. He's got a very emotional, revenge-driven reason for it. It's not a logical reason. I mean, he's like, oh, this giant ape killed all these people because we were stupid enough to fly into the ape, right?
This
I mean, that's
guy who is very well represented by Samuel L. Jackson here, portrayed by, was freshly picked because of his experience in Nam, because this is the late 70s when it was based, okay? And
I mean, I don't understand what is your point. I mean, you're just telling me that's movie? I mean, what?
you don't play coy. You know what I'm saying. That is why they go all in on the ape, because he just killed some of his men.
I know. I just totally acknowledge that. But my argument is he has no logical reason to do it.
Jeremy, 1, Jeremy, Gregor 0.
No.
Yes.
So they're dumb enough. He led his people into an ape attack, right?
I'm sorry.
All his dudes got killed by this ape.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna break my non-mutant rule for 1 minute just to say, Gregor, you've got to let this one go, man. I'm sorry. You've got to let this one go.
Because you're just absolutely wrong.
Oh, listen, and he kept going while he was muted. That is just so bitchy. Go ahead.
You're wrong.
I think you just wanted to feel like what it would feel like to be in a Kevin Smith movie, so you wanted to argue about this for 45 minutes. That's what I think.
No, I don't. I mean, if that's what it feels like, I hate Kevin Smith and his movies.
So you wouldn't even know if you were.
No, I don't really know. I don't want to, engage with anything that's related to that person or his films.
I know, because he killed He-Man for you. I'm sorry, but
no, he killed He-Man for Ben, not for me.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't fucking watch He-Man.
I don't either. I did when I was 5 years old, and it was cool then. But
I didn't even like it when I was a kid.
It wasn't even cool then.
I watched Thundercats.
That wasn't cool.
It wasn't cool, but I watched it.
Thundercats is still cool. Nostalgia has made Thundercats still cool. I don't care. I'll fight on that one too.
I like Mumra. I do like him.
Yeah, he was pretty cool. They were all cool. The Slytherin guy was cool, and
no,
Mumra, the ever living.
Yeah, he's good. I like him.
Well, anyway, Samuel.
Jeremy loves Snarf.
Nobody loves Snarf.
I did. I watched
Jeremy
as a kid, so I do love Snarf. Yeah, I love all that good '80s cartoon goodness. I'm not ashamed of it.
You love Snarf and Orko.
Orca.
Orko.
I did. Yeah, Orko is cool. Yeah.
Which one is Orko?
What is wrong with Orko?
That stupid ass floating
He's a
creature
wizard.
from
He's a wizard. He's a wizard.
Oh, he's that floating wizard from He-Man.
Yes. Yeah.
The wizard with the eyes and no mouth. He's like a giant hood or something. Yeah.
Right.
Now look, Samuel L. Jackson doesn't care at this point.
And they fucking shoot each other to death. Fucking idiots.
Look at that. The hand didn't even take down some of these helicopters. So what are you talking about?
What?
The hand didn't even take down some of these helicopters. You were
What do you mean?
You said that the giant ape took down all 10 helicopters and he only took down some of them.
No, I didn't.
Explain yourself.
I said they shouldn't have got so close to the freaking ape. I mean, come on.
But they had a mission.
The mission was just a suicide mission to fly into ape arms.
And so I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it all out.
All right, shut up, Ben. So, Samuel L. Jackson.
You fucking son of a bitch! You do not fucking mute me!
Well, then stop talking, bitch.
Shut up, bitch!
I said, hey, what's going on?
All right, so yeah, you guys can continue.
And
singing.
she tries.
If you call me winner, then you can continue singing.
Oh my
I'll call you a fucking loser. I'll call you a fucking loser.
All right.
And she prays.
All right, I think
pray.
we're about done here.
Thank God.
So have you seen Godzilla versus King Kong or whatever it's called?
No, they don't watch Hollywood movies anymore.
I'm talking to you, Jeremy.
Oh yeah.
Is it better than this one?
No. In fact, it smells of rush job and bad writing, and they work in some Asian little girl who's friends with Kong. It all feels very hackneyed and very beneath the world building they were doing here.
Yeah, this looks to me, from what I can tell, like the best of this particular franchise.
It really is.
Yeah.
But Peter Jackson's King Kong was pretty awesome when they got on Skull Island too, to be fair. Giant bats and giant insects of every variety. And my God, that was... Oh, man, that was...
Yeah, Jackson's Kong was pretty good too, yeah.
But this is better, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I think this is better too, because it's more of an... It's not so... I don't know. He seemed like he was trying to, trying a little bit too hard to make it, hoity-toity or something. You know.
Well,
what I mean?
but it was on the strength of that this film got greenlit, I would imagine. So he had to do it his way,
Yeah, well, I mean, this movie got greenlit because of the Godzilla movie that came before it, right? I mean.
Yeah, but they came back to Kong because Peter Jackson said, hey, I can make this studio a lot of money doing King Kong. I know Kong. And then he did, and it did great, and they said, well, you know what? We can do better Kong than him. And we know the guy who can do that. And then he did, and I'm guessing this outgrossed Jackson's Kong, So.
Yeah, I don't know if it did or not, but yeah.
Apparently being dumb and methed out apparently made me like a business genius. So now I'm all set, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah.
All right.
You're all set now. You're never going to be a tent city the way your brain's working now.
I'm being facetious. I have not lost my irony.
Would you rather live in a tent city or in a like a sewer?
See, tent city.
Or would you rather live in the pod and eat the bugs?
That proves my still functioning irony because I got that joke. So yeah. You know something else I never understood about Hollywood?
Why they fuck so many kids?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I wonder why that is.
Yeah, but on my way to that revelation, I happened over here to something else that may or may not be related. I don't know. But Crispin Glover, the enigma that is Crispin Glover, how did he happen? How did that happen?
I mean, I get the impression that he's just a like really artsy guy who just happened to take mainstream Hollywood roles in order to fund his projects. That would explain why he was in that shit ass epic movie.
Epic movie? He was in Epic movie?
Yeah, it was one of those fucking Seltzer and Friedberg shit
Well,
piles.
Was he artistic? Was he a published writer before he acted in Back to the Future?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't
Because he
know.
published 2 really offbeat, avant-garde books, and yet he's somewhat of a household name because of Back to the Future and maybe, I don't know, River's Edge, maybe, and a few other things. But
He made a really fucked up movie called What Is It? Have you seen that?
no, but I want to.
There's Adam Parfrey in blackface.
Adam Parfrey, that's
The
That's
publisher
right.
for Feral House books.
okay. Feral House? Did he
Yeah.
publish Oakmont and Ratcatcher?
No, I think Crispin Glover self-published those.
Okay, but he must have come into contact with the Feral House with Adam Parfrey at some point.
Well, yeah, Feral. There's a part in because like almost every actor except Adam Parfrey and Crispin Glover in What Is It has Down syndrome. And there's a part where he's like sitting in front of like a bunch of the Down syndrome servants and asking them what his name is. And at one point, one of them calls him McFly.
Wait a minute, I got to call bullshit on something in this clip.
You've been spending the past like 3 hours defending it, and now all of a sudden you got something to say.
They did not have bobbleheads back then.
This takes place in the 70s. Yeah, they didn't have those.
Did not
Yeah,
have
it takes place in
bobbleheads.
1973. Yeah.
There were no bobbleheads then. There just weren't.
They might have been. Maybe they got them confused for those hula girl things. I'm pretty sure they had those back then.
That looked like a Buddy Holly bobblehead or Charlie McCarthy.
That wasn't Buddy Holly. It was black.
Nixon.
Buddy
was?
Holly wasn't black.
It looked black to me.
No, it was Richard
Oh, he
Nixon.
looked like
Really?
walnut at
Go
best.
back.
Think.
He looked walnut at best.
Go back. I gotta see. Go back.
I'm joking. Okay. Wait.
Okay, it was just the lighting. Yeah, that does kind of look like Richard Nixon.
Okay, it is Richard
But they
Nixon.
wouldn't have had. Yeah, they wouldn't
I
have had one of
looked at
those
him.
back then.
You got to look at Richard Nixon upside down to see him, I guess.
Tricky dick.
Yeah. Well, so have we learned enough this show yet?
I have learned absolutely nothing.
Oh, wait a minute. What did you say about Adam Parfrey and Crispin Glover, though? Or Feral House, Adam Parfrey?
I don't know what their relationship was. All I know is that Adam Parfrey was in What Is It?
Okay. Because the bobblehead threw me off. I got to admit, I was trying to listen, but that I had to call bullshit on that. You understand?
No, bobbleheads existed in the 1950s.
Oh, really?
What?
I didn't know that.
Well, you just can't stand to
I
be
mean-
wrong, can you? You got to prove me wrong at every.
I didn't know they
You
were
are
that
wrong at
old.
every turn, Jeremy. That's the thing, you know.
What are you?
I
some
mean, I guess it. I
Right?
guess it makes sense because they did have those hula girl things back then, which were
Check it
basically
out.
the same thing.
Mr. Snopes over here.
Yeah, by 1960.
I want to be wrong about everything. I never want to be corrected.
I know. I was
know.
just thinking to myself the other day how hilarious it was that Jeremy was throwing around the term fact checker as an insult of some kind. And he's like, "Yo,
Granted,
fact checkers coming at me."
granted, a lot of like so-called fact checkers are like what Facebook fact checkers, like the fuck those people. Like I'm sure there were plenty of fact checkers that were willing to get us into the fucking Iraq war. Oh, there's
Snopes crew.
like if Facebook fact checkers were around now, they'd be flagging the idea that If Facebook fact checkers were around like when the Iraq War started, they would have been flagging posts that say that Bush is lying about the fucking WMDs.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So,
They would have been fact checking posts that say the World Trade Center is on fire too. I'm sorry to say.
I mean, they would have been fact checking the fact that Bush knocked them down, which is true.
Probably.
Or that, yeah, or they would say, "Oh, Building 7, that was just, I don't know what they would say about that."
The two towers. The guy took out the guy who owned the buildings took out an insurance policy like a week or two before that hit. I'm just saying that's awfully coincidental, but whatever.
I mean, the connections between the Bin Laden family and the Bush family are enough to go by that there was probably some bullshit there.
Now, see, this is what handicaps you guys as fact checkers sometimes. I'm talking about your side here now. Is that you only ever want the right to be wrong about something, and you will.
Well, they're always wrong. Stop being wrong.
No. But you always want the right to be wrong, and that handicaps you.
Well, they are always wrong.
You can't look at it objectively. And so, no, I'm not going to trust a Snopes page that devotes all their time to fact checking, quote unquote, Trump or any conservative head. No, and a lot of lost time, not fact checking, any liberal, talking head. That's bullshit, and you know it is.
I mean, I thought that everybody who was talking about Russiagate was full of shit.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. All right, you can play ball then. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can play ball.
Russiagate, yeah. Russiagate was fucking bullshit. It was an attempt to, and it's just apology for American empire. Because like, oh, you want to pull off of Afghanistan? What, you want the Russians to come in? Suck my fucking dick.
Now,
I hope anybody who is mad about us pulling out of Afghanistan fucking stays mad and cries forever.
yeah.
Fuck every single one of them.
I have to add too. It's like if Russia really wants to go in and get their asses kicked, fucking let them.
Again, didn't they already try to invade?
Yes.
Yeah, they're not.
Yes, they already did
I
once.
think Putin just recently said we learned our lesson there. Just
funny.
recently,
And-
like we're not going back.
And people are like,
Lesson.
oh, they're gonna be like, oh no, what if the Chinese go in? Good, I hope they do.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
the-
please, somebody go.
They're already getting their asses kicked in Pakistan, so I doubt if they're gonna try to do anything except try to extract minerals from them. And the Taliban might play ball with them, but
that's why anybody cares about Afghanistan, right? I mean, it's a mineral.
Pretty much,
in
like-
a poppy field.
yeah, pretty much.
And Big Pharma cares about the poppy fields there, right? Because I mean, that's where
And
all
of course,
the base ingredients for all the opioids that Jeremy likes to take. So, Jeremy, you're probably big on them staying in Afghanistan.
oh, wait a minute.
yeah, you should go over to Afghanistan and join the Mujahideen.
Well, I mean, I'm not for the oppression from the Taliban that's going to take place, but something tells me the Taliban are going to continue to do business with those people.
No.
So you're not worried about your opioids going down the tubes.
Have you
get some.
have any of you heard the story about the last Jewish guy in Afghanistan?
No.
It's pretty awesome. He's the caretaker of the last synagogue in Kabul, and it's pretty funny. Like whenever they would have when Israel would like go in and try to extract him, he'd be like, "Well, yeah, I'll go, but first you have to give me some money to settle my debts with my neighbors." And he just lives in the synagogue, and apparently like he was in jail at one point with the other guy who was the caretaker of the synagogue, who has since died, and the Taliban actually released them because they were tired of them fighting so much.
That's funny.
I mean,
Wow.
any attempt to make my medical needs as some sort of political exploitation thing.
It is a political exploitation.
That's reprehensible, man. No.
It absolutely is. Where do you think the shit comes from? It
No.
wouldn't come from there if they would just legalize the shit.
Well, they should, but you guys are always saying, no, prescription drugs shouldn't be legal. Marijuana should.
They should be. No, prescription
No,
drugs should be legal.
I think all
Yeah,
drugs should be legal.
Yes.
Most
Every-
too.
Every drug should be legal because boredom is a disease worse than cancer, AIDS, any disease, and drugs cure it.
but most potheads or stoners are willing to throw prescription drugs under the
Citation needed.
don't
Yeah.
start that.
The only thing like the point out is the hypocrisy of pushing drugs that are more dangerous than weed, while keeping weed illegal.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. All drugs should be legal. Yeah,
100%.
But this
Definitely.
citation stuff, anecdotal
and free,
anecdotal
and
statements.
no
I
age
agree.
limits.
I agree with all of that. Completely. That's
Anecdotal statements
based.
are still allowed. I mean, I'm not a journalist, so I mean, the proof is not on me. I just say what I want into this microphone. I'm not a journalist.
Yeah, well, which is why we make fun of you because you're wrong like 90% of the time.
That's pretty reprehensible. It's fine.
It is reprehensible for you to point out that I am wrong. I am not owned. I have never been owned.
No, you're just talking about things that are subjective, like the drug thing.
Yeah, whether the fact that a hole in the ground over there, whether it exists or not, is subjective. I'm going to go walk over it, and you can't tell me that it's not there.
You're throwing my medicine under the bus for yours. See what I'm saying?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
We're saying it should be legal so you don't have warlords with child sex slaves harvesting poppy fields in Afghanistan.
Well, I'm not quitting, boys. So
I'm not saying you should quit.
I don't know.
You quitting would not make any difference.
I mean, I think that a lot of what I was saying though was that the poppies are being used to make legal opioids, right? So I mean, I'm not sure that making, I mean, they are legal, right? These are legal drugs. They just have to be prescription,
Yeah.
But yeah, you also have to, dismantle capitalism to stop the profit incentive to, buy that.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. But yes, there definitely is opium and then heroin trade from those supplies as well. But also the opioids, the legal opioids, are also coming from that area as well, right? So,
well,
I'm just not saying that making it all legal is not going to necessarily stop that war.
I'm pretty sure the dismantling of capitalism would be fine for your drug of choice, but you'd also have to work much harder to get through a single day. I don't know that anyone in our generation is set up for that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I believe in abolishing work.
Okay, then nothing will ever get done.
Says you.
Do you believe in it? Huh?
Says you.
Okay, so you believe in a communal structure to get tasks done, then? Is that what you're saying?
Not particularly.
Well, then what are you proposing for a well-rounded life, then?
I don't know. I don't want to go into the dreadful task of trying to plan out utopias. I don't do that.
Yeah, fuck. Do you want him to write a nonfiction book or what?
He just criticized stuff.
I
think H.L. Mencken said it best. The fact that I have no cure for the ill of the worlds is not a reason to accept yours. It only gives me more reason to believe that yours are wrong.
Okay, so you never want a viable solution, then. You just want.
He doesn't want to have to think of one.
No, I'll let people who are smarter than me think of that.
You just want to point out however dumb everyone else is, though.
Yes, because they are dumb.
So, are you going to get to the end of Das Kapital then and say that he is just as wrong, or are you going to,
Oh yeah, there are parts of it I don't agree with, even so far.
Huh. Okay.
Like, I'm not an orthodox Marxist or anything.
Huh.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Even a lot of modern Marxists don't follow Marx down the line.
I know. I expected him to double down there. So that's good. Nobody believes in Russiagate.
You act like it seems like you never talked to Ben or listened to what he says.
We talk here. I mean, and I occasionally share news about the literary, our very small press literary world, that is relevant to him, or some YouTube lol cow. But thank you, Gracie, for taking it off. Damn it. Anyway, she did it again. The YouTube lol cows, and that's basically what we talk about, right? I mean, what else we talked?
Well,
Well, I'm just saying that in the past,
And by-
there's been plenty of evidence to show that he's not just, that he thinks for himself, and that he's not just, following some weird party line or something.
we got this.
Even though he's on the left side of the spectrum, doesn't mean he's just like, not. It's not like he's taking everything for, like some sort of orthodoxy or dogma or something, right?
I never heard him shit on Russiagate until now.
I'm pretty sure I have.
Well, yeah, it hasn't been really relevant since Trump got out of office, but yeah, there's like half the people who spout that are now just using that to, if you think we shouldn't have been bombing Syria, you like the Russians. Oh, if you don't like Biden, you like the Russians. It's suck my fucking ass.
Well, anyway, I mean, I think the message that people are going to take away is that Jeremy is stupid or incapable of, either
That's the message they take away every week.
Yeah, but I mean, I get that it's a good joke, and I'll allow it to riff on me or whatever. But I think that some people are going to take that message away, really believing it, and that's reprehensible.
If they, I mean, there's already a lot of people who really believe it, and fuck them.
But see,
I mean, yeah, I agree with that sentiment.
There's a lot of people who think I'm an idiot, and maybe I am, but like I said, those people can lick my fucking balls.
Likewise.
I mean, I'm able to get through a day here. A lot of this stuff you guys talk about just does not reach me, okay? But I think that that's a good thing that we have been protected by our governor from some of these things that cause a chain reaction of bad things, So that could be from bad laws to bad practices. I mean,
there's all kinds of reasons for what you're talking about. You're talking about how there's basically, I don't know. I mean, there's, states are different. There's cultures that are different, laws that are different, which is good.
I mean, if you veer more on the, on your guys' side, there's Johnson City. If you veer more on my side, there's like Kingsport and Bluntville. And if you veer more on totally fucked up, Satan worshiping Bristol, there's Bristol over here. I mean, and they're all
is Bristol known for Satan worship?
I mean, I use that as an example. I don't know what they are, but they're fucked up. They're more fucked up. The Johnson City people are more politically minded, and the Bristol people seem to be more like grimy,
satanic.
That's a bad choice of words. It's more grimy and mean and dirty. I don't know.
I mean, the same is true of Iowa. Like Des Moines, where I live, is really liberal, and the rest of the state is pretty red. And you've got a few spots that are just that have been completely destroyed by meth.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I told this. I can't remember if I told the story before, but my grandpa used to be an apartment manager back when I was like in middle school and high school, and there was one apartment where the couple that was living in an apartment and like at this tiny town, I think it was Callender, which is like a really small town. It's only got like a couple hundred people in it. They were arrested for having a meth lab in the apartment, and the meth lab was in the same room where their baby slept.
Oh yeah, you did tell us that. Yeah.
Did he evict the meth lab people? Or?
Well, duh, they were arrested.
Okay, good.
I don't know what happened to the kid. I hope he's in a good home.
Nothing wrong with having a meth lab if you're on your own private property and there are no kids present. I'm joking.
I mean, is there a problem with it?
I would have a problem with it.
I'm going to say
meth is like one drug. Well, I will say never do it. Don't stay away from it. Stay away from people who deal with it.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
one.
I don't know
That's
about
one
that.
drug where all the panic around it is completely justified.
No, I
Yeah.
got
Hold on a second. I thought you were saying that
Well, the
all drugs should be
production-
legal.
Yeah,
I
but
do,
the
but I
production
don't-
process is so unnecessarily dangerous for
Yeah.
you and everyone around you that it's like it in and of itself. I feel like
Well,
is
if they could do it right, if it was
they
just
can't,
done
right?
properly, it'd be fine, right?
I mean, the fact that I think it should be legal doesn't mean I think people should do it.
Oh, okay. That's different.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I think drinking should be legal, obviously, but I don't think people should drink themselves to death.
But let Regina finish your thought.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
What was my thought?
About how dangerous the production of meth is.
Oh no, it's just it's a super dangerous process, and it's like I said, it's like it's the same reason why you can't have people building nuclear reactors in their own backyard, and it's if it were, here's the thing is that it's like meth was at one point produced in by the government. The Nazis were fucking super addicted to it. And so it can, I guess, be done in a regulated way if you really must. And I guess in a place where drugs were all legal, then I guess it would be done in a regulated way with clean chemicals, a la Breaking Bad, to give you like blue meth or whatever. But,
Saying that I'm
overall, it's just that's why you just can't have a meth lab. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, if you want to legalize it or make it accessible to people who are really just willing to destroy their lives, then that's fine. I won't.
Yeah, saying that I'm mansplaining. Well,
but I'll still recommend against having a lab.
yeah, I would do the same as I, sit here mansplaining that to you. I actually, apparently, the Nazis, like, they would actually give out rations of chocolate that were laced with
Yep.
amphetamines.
Yep. Tanker chocolate, they called it. Yep.
Sorry.
It's
Does he need you to go? I'm sorry. It's getting late. I mean, does Izzy need you? Okay.
what happened?
I think she said she had to go after she said this anyway, so pretty sure.
Oh, is she not in the room anymore?
Right. I think she did say that she had to go after that she said this, so
Oh, okay.
that's why she cut it real short. So anyway, that poor cat, man.
Who?
Izzy.
Was Izzy? Regina.
I thought you had to.
She was having hearing.
All right. I
Can you
can't
hear us
hear
now?
anybody if you guys can hear me, so I think
I
I'm
can't.
going to just fucking book it and go to bed because
I
my
can't hear you.
AirPods ran out of batteries. My laptop is fucking with me. I'm tired. It's late. Cat's tired. Good night. Love you guys. Have a good week. See you later.
It's kind of scary that I would have agreed with her about the whole meth thing until I was at a group gathering where people were bringing out their little kits, their little bulb, their little shivved bulbs or whatever, where they
Ugh.
the bulb pipes or whatever that and I was looking, I was like
Does
desperate.
anybody?
I had run out of my medication early, and I was like, man, I need something, and then I did. So
Was anybody smoking them out of a light bulb?
it was like a rigged, like,
Yeah, I know, like the bulb things, the bulb pipes, but they're apparently like some methods. It will just like hollow out a light bulb and smoke them that way.
yeah. What's wrong with that? Other than it being meth, to begin with.
It's something about, I don't know, something about it is very sinister looking to me.
Oh, but you don't have any.
I mean, I've got problems with meth, but the like light bulb pipe thing just looks very sinister to me.
It does. It kind of denotes a bad, series of life.
Desperation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
There's one female comedian, I can't remember her name, but she actually has a routine where she talks about how she, was addicted to meth for a while, and that she realized that you don't really like digest meth, and because of that, she started saving her piss to drink to get high.
Yeah, I don't,
Wow.
I don't think my friend was cutting it with that, or I've heard of that too. I think that's people that are at the bottom of their habit, that they are absolutely tapped out of resources. But
Yeah,
Like
at that point,
it just comes out in your waste product, and it's fully there. You just have to get it out of your pee.
yeah,
God,
pretty much.
I've heard of that, and yeah, that's why I can never do it again.
But you probably knew this, but did you know that gas stations will sell crack pipes?
Yep. Yep.
What?
Have you ever seen like those love rose things at a gas station, like the little pipes that have a rose in them?
No,
Yeah. Those are crack pipes. Yeah.
no.
Yeah, that's it. They're supposed to be yeah. You probably have to go to more like a more ghetto area to see that,
Yeah.
but
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's what they are. That's what they're for. People just like take the rose out of it and use it as a crack pipe.
Yeah. I mean, some places will just sell paraphernalia in them.
Well, good to know if I
Oh
ever
yeah,
need
like
one.
there's a gas station around here that just straight up sells bongs.
Right. Right.
Something tells me they wouldn't be allowed to do that around here. Just seems like they've already learned from like the Midwest and the West, areas. They're I think they're learning this stuff like beforehand. I don't know, but
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, you might just not be going to the right areas of the world.
that's true. That's true.
You know.
Yeah, it's mostly like more urban areas where there's more of a black population where you'd see that.
Right.
Well, I never go downtown, and I don't know what's there and what's not. So
Yeah, if you stop by the gas station, it probably wouldn't be. I don't know if the downtown area where you live is a nice area or not, but if it is a more ghetto area, then you wouldn't be surprised to see those in the gas station.
if I'm
Right.
guessing, it used to be a happening place. We even had newsstands, but now it would just probably be a lot of boarded up places. I hate to say, because of this COVID retardation.
It's probably before that. A lot of downtown areas are dying because of things like Walmart.
But see, everywhere I go, people are no longer wearing masks, and we're not getting sick. So I don't know what to tell you. Now, Tennessee, that
But
would be true, but here in Sullivan County, it's just not happening. It's not.
what are the COVID rates there?
I don't know, but I mean, I don't care. But
It's like it's not happening. I'm not going to look into it, but it's not happening.
I'll look into it here.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm not.
look into it right
I'm
now.
not.
I know that, Gregor, you have stayed way past your normal time. You probably need to sleep before work, unless it's like Labor Day tomorrow.
No, that's next week.
That's next week. Huh?
I'm sorry. I kept you up arguing about Kong way past your bedtime. I'm sorry. I need to get back on this bedtime too, to be honest. But if you need to go, it's
I
okay.
mean, I don't really need to go, but
Okay.
I also don't need to listen to you
Okay.
check out the freaking COVID death stats in your state either, right? I mean,
Right. Because
you're not going to know anything, right? Like you're going to say, oh, you can have a number, and you're not going to, are you going to take the time on this program to compare it to last year's number at this time versus a 5-year average of deaths? And you know what I mean? Like you're not going to be
5-year average of COVID deaths. Are you serious?
or deaths, period, right? Like if you know what I'm saying is like you're going to compare this month's
Is that
COVID
I
deaths
need
to
to
last
do?
month's COVID deaths, right?
That's
And then
something
I
I
mean-
need to do? That's for his benefit, maybe. But
I
not
mean
mine.
the when I search for COVID stats in Iowa, the first thing that comes up is the rates for the past year. Looks like we had
I have all time here.
we had a peak back in November. It dropped a lot, and it's starting to spike up a bit.
Okay, I have all time here.
Yeah, that tells us
20,000.
nothing. Yeah.
We'll put them on the screen so we can actually see.
Well, okay, but I was going to close on the Nixon.
Well,
I'm gonna
close
call-
on that. Don't just read numbers off to us. That's gonna be
Okay,
fucking
what do you
boring.
want then? What the fuck do you want then, Mr.
To
Fact?
see that, see, See that's not too different from mine, from my state, but but it looks like it's going up way faster in your state.
How is that going up way faster? Are you comparing like Sullivan County all
Well,
the time?
I'm comparing the Iowa rates to what you're showing me here.
That's still not a significant number.
It's more significant than what's going on here.
No, because I looked up the statistics for broken bones, and they were spiking from the other uh, time.
How is that comparable?
I don't know.
That's not comparable.
I made that up. I made it up. But okay, what's up? Yeah, see, this is the rabbit hole that Gregor's talking about. It will never be good enough.
Yeah, I think that's good enough. So the moral of the story is kill yourself and everyone you know in a video game.
Yeah, and just wash your hands, Jeremy.
Yeah, wash your hands after you finger your butt.
Yeah, Jeremy. I mean, you have not been doing that. I know.
I have.
Oh, you have been fingering your butt.
Nobody washes their hands more than me.
Oh, okay.
I can almost get the blood off.
Out, out, damn spot, out.
Exactly. Okay, so
Once again, Elaine is on Amazon Kindle for 99¢. You can say go buy that.
Yeah, do it. For all the people that were going to listen this long, do it.
Yeah. I plugged toward the beginning, so
wait.
But do it.
By the way,
good book.
By the way, the Spider-Man trailer just came out, and
the what did?
The new Spider-Man trailer for December just came out.
Oh,
and
yeah?
it's got Doctor Strange in it, and the Sanctum Sanctorum is like it's snowing inside the Sanctum for some reason.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's there's some multiversal crisis going on because of a spell he cast to make people forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. That's the premise.
Spider-Man. He likes dick in his spider can.
Wow. So, what's it called again? Spider-Man going home again?
No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Because I guess he has to go into the Spider-Verse to save something. I don't know.
I don't know that I like this multiverse business.
Well, if you think it would be cool to see, all three recent Spider-Men in one movie.
Nope.
Well, I don't know.
That'd be cool at all.
Then you've forgotten the child in you, I guess.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Well, the child in you would think it would be cool.
No. The child in me would not think it would be cool.
Now, see, that's an argument I can't win. Arguing about the child in you, because I don't know the child in you. Yep. But I know one thing, that there was absolutely no way that they were going to turn back from landing on this island and taking that ape out once they got there. There's no way they were going to turn back at that point.
Do you mean? What are you talking about? They were going to turn back what?
Kong Skull Island.
Yeah, what about it?
I remember. I know you haven't forgotten.
The only person that wanted to kill the ape was Samuel L. Jackson.
And who was in his direct command line of command? Huh? All his men. All who were.
Yeah, but they eventually turned on him because they realized it was stupid.
Only later, though. At first, they were all in. He killed our men.
Okay.
I mean,
but
just not
ultimately they didn't because they knew it was stupid.
You take your loss and you learn from it. That's all there is.
Okay, you can learn from it then.
Okay, you heard him. Okay, you can learn from it. You heard him. He said, okay.
I've learned nothing.
All right. Then go learn nothing, chump. Go learn nothing. I ain't scared. He'll be back. They always come back. For some reason, I'm not sure why. I bet he's going to pop up in the chat here while I get this music loaded up. I bet he will. I bet he'll pop up in the chat. Yeah, he's gonna pop up in the chat. I just know it. Go ahead, Ben. Say something. Say something. Yeah, nobody's watching this stream anymore anyway. Does anybody ever make it to the end? I'm curious.